All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our continuing coverage of the 2011 NASCAR Media Tour, visiting with the race teams. My name is Bass Masters. This is Buzz Cutler. We're talking today about Stewart Haas Racing. Tony Stewart, a little fracas down in Australia, for which he was appropriately sorry. But now we're looking forward to the 2011 season, and what can this team do?
Of course, when we brought up Smoke's Australian visit at the Media Tour event, he referred us all to the transcript of his comments back at Daytona. Didn't really want to get into it.
I've talked about it once.
Tony Stewart was everywhere during the Media Tour, by the way. He wasn't just at the Stewart Haas event. He came to the NASCAR dinner,
the Joe Gibbs 20th anniversary.
So he was Mr. Media Tour. But I think, obviously, to a certain extent, Stewart Haas's fate rests with Hendrick's fate.
It's really hard to compare car to car, and that's really the only way you can really tell. They always feel like they're lazy with the restrictor plate on them, but when you get around other cars is when you notice that Hendrick horsepower. But it seemed like when we were able to get around some other cars, I felt like we had really good horsepower.
Agreed.
If Hendrick Motorsports has gotten more power out of their engines, although they deny they had a power issue, then obviously Stewart Haas Racing will have more speed on the racetrack as well.
Well, and I don't think they did have a power issue, to be quite frank. They may not have been making the most horsepower in the garage, as they have many, many seasons. They just weren't getting their cars to handle compared to the competition the way they were the year before. So to me, that's the question on the technical side, is can these guys get back to the advantage they had in 2009? I'm talking about Hendrick. And if they do, that will translate to Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman. You saw how they performed in 2009. They both made the chase. It was a lot more of a struggle last year simply because, in my opinion, had nothing to do with the drivers. It just had to do with the fact that their equipment wasn't as good. So it comes back to that, I think. Will they have good Hendrick equipment that gives them an advantage over a lot of guys out on the racetrack?
I look forward to starting strong. That's one thing we haven't done as a team on the 39 side, is start the season off with a good Daytona 500. So we look forward to that opportunity again this year, and had some fun testing down there with the new pavement, and look forward to the entire Speed Weeks.
All right, that's been our analysis of Stewart Haas Racing after the 2011 NASCAR Media Tour, hosted by the Charlotte Motor Speedway
and Sprint.
Thank you very much for that. We'll be back to who's next on the lineup?
Let's see, Penske. We went to Penske that night.
We'll talk Penske in just a minute.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.